Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So I have a special episode for you. I am taking you inside of Beer Barrel Pizza and Grill, which is located here at Jefferson Pointe. And this is a restaurant that offers traditional cuisine, American style vibe, cozy atmosphere, and so many beers you can't believe. So today I'm going to speak with their manager, take a view at their menu, and of course, taste it. And you're invited. Let's do it.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Beer Barrel Pizza and Grill. Joining me now is Audrey Leach, who is the Director of Business Support. Hi, Audrey.
Hi, Jessica.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
We're excited for you to be here.
Well, listen, I think that how you all came to Fort Wayne is so cool, so I want to learn a little history and background about Beer Barrel Pizza.
Sure. So Beer Barrel Pizza and Grill is actually an Ohio-based company, started in 1965. Fort Wayne is so exciting for us because this is our first Beer Barrel Pizza and Grill outside of the state of Ohio. Mm-hmm. So we have a total of 11 Beer Barrel Pizza and Grills that are spanning Northwest Ohio, Central Ohio, and now out to Indiana as well.
Yes, and it's so great you all being located at Jefferson Pointe, because people have an opportunity to really come in, shop, walk around, and then enjoy some food. So I've actually been here a few times, so I'm familiar with the quality of your food and just what all you have to offer. So I'm excited to share it with our viewers.
Great, thank you.
Yes, and so let's talk about the vibe and the atmosphere. What can people really expect when they come in, and what reasons would they choose to?
So the great thing about Beer Barrel Pizza and Grill at Jefferson Pointe is that we're conveniently located. So we have amazing parking. The Jefferson Pointe Mall has a lot of opportunities for parking all the way around, but luckily being on the end here where we are, there's plenty of parking in close proximity to the building. And then when you walk in the front doors, you're greeted by a friendly hostess, and the seating options that our dining room provides are just endless. So whether you're just a couple of friends coming in for drinks after work and want to sit at our bar here, or a family of 10, 12, 15, or 20 that wants to all be seated together in the dining room, we have something to offer for everyone.
Right, and you also allow for corporate events to happen, or dinners. People can block off sections, right?
We do, yeah. So we actually are, working with the local community and putting our name out there as a place that we can actually reserve large party seating. We can accommodate up to 45 guests on one side of our dining room with some semi-private available seating.
Yes, and let's dive into the menu a bit because it's so broad. So you have a little something for everyone. So how would you describe just the style of food and give us an overview of some of the popular options?
Yeah, of course. So we are obviously known for our pizza. The Beer Barrel Crust Pizza is made from scratch dough. We have quality ingredients. So that one's a favorite, whether you build your own or you go for one of our specialties. You really can't go wrong with the pizza. We also offer another one of our fan favorites is probably our hand-breaded chicken chunks. It's just a light coating of breading on there, and then we have a wonderful variety of house-made sauces for those wings. So that's fun. But then we also have a lot of local favorites on our menu. We have homemade chicken and egg noodles that's served over a bed of mashed potatoes.
Okay.
We have lime lettuce wraps that come on a sizzling skillet if you're looking for a lighter option. So there really is something for everyone.
Right, yes. And another thing I love is just the atmosphere is cozy, it's still upscale, and the windows all around just brings in this natural sunlight.
Yeah.
So it really is a great spot just to chill with friends or so forth. So we have to talk about your cocktails. So people will assume that you all have beer, and I know you have a really wide beer selections, but you actually have cocktails as well. So I see a couple of them here.
Yes.
That we're going to discuss. So talk to me about your cocktail menu and what we have as options.
So the first drink that we have presented here is the Beer Barrel Old Fashioned. So this is one of our Beer Barrel signature drinks.
Okay.
The really exciting thing about this one, Jessica, is that the bourbon that we are featuring in this Old Fashioned is actually a collaboration with Middle West Spirits, based out of Columbus, Ohio. So what we do is they allow us to come in and get we do a barrel select. So we actually get to visit and pick our barrel, and that's what they bottle up, and then we distribute out to all of our beer barrel restaurants. So this is actually an exclusive barrel that we're not going to find anywhere else.
Look at that.
So that's kind of the fun. That's the fun thing about the old fashioned.
Yes, very good. I love an old fashioned, and this hits. Okay, what next?
So next back here we have the espresso martini. If you're interested in more, some people like that as an after dinner drink. Some people like it as like a little dessert option. But this is supposed to be a little frothy, creamy, and we use an espresso vodka for that, and garnish it with just a couple of espresso beans.
Okay, yes, very, like you said, dessert-y. Has a sweet tone to it. Very creamy and very rich. Yay. All right, and then the final drink over here.
Probably a very good choice if you're going for something that hits like a little lighter, maybe a summertime cocktail. This is the Lavender Bee's Knees.
I love
this
lavender.
drink features Tanqueray gin, and it's got your lemon, it's got your honey, and then a little splash of some lime soda right on top, garnished with a fresh lemon.
Definitely refreshing. Yeah. Very light, like you said. A little sweet, so if you have that palate, that's perfect.
All right.
Well, it's time for Jessica's favorite pick. And you already know, it's all in the old fashioned, so good. Okay, next up, we're going to sit down and try out some of the food options, some unique appetizers and pizzas, so stay tuned. All right.
Opa!
Wow. Well, look at that. Welcome back. We are here at Beer Barrel Pizza and Grill, and I am sitting down with Audrey, their Business Development Support Director, and we have talked about their drinks, we've talked about the establishment, and now we're going to dive into the appetizers, and as you see, there's quite a presentation. So fun. So what is this that just came out?
Yes, so what we just saw was the Flaming Saganaki.
Okay.
This is a white Kasari cheese. It's a Greek cheese. It has a salty, little strong flavor profile.
Okay.
What we do is we lightly bread that, we saute that, and then we pour a little bit of brandy over the top, light that on fire, and then we squeeze that out with a lemon wedge, and it's served with warm pita bread.
So is this like it's not a cheese dip because it has a solid texture on there.
Yeah, so this should have the texture of like a nice gooey mozzarella stick when you cut into that.
Yeah, look at that. All right, have a little tasty taste.
You're getting the little salty profile of the cheese there.
Wow. So unique. Okay, so I taste that salt profile, and then also that crispiness is fun, and the cheese tastes really rich.
Yes.
And so this is like something unique. I've never had anything like that before.
Yeah, our guests really enjoy the when we have groups come in, they really enjoy that. And then Opa, it means celebrate in Greek, so it's just kind of a fun opportunity to if you have something to celebrate, you got to get yourself a Flaming Saganaki.
Okay, well, let's talk about the next dip that you all have, which is this beautiful spinach artichoke dip. And I see that there's some options. So let's talk about how this is really presented.
Yeah, so our spinach and artichoke dip is available with the warm pita bread, the house-made tortilla chips, or a combination of both. So a lot of our guests like to get both. Some people like to crunch, some people like the soft chew.
I love spinach artichoke dip. I can taste, I like there's a little twang in this one, like a tanginess that's there, probably, authentic artichoke. So good. Okay, so let's talk about this beauty here that's in front of us, which is your sampler platter.
Yeah, this is called our Munchie Basket.
Okay.
So this has kind of been a classic of Beer Barrel for as long as I can remember. This comes in this nice two-tiered basket, so it really gives a lot of fun and excitement. So when you got people grabbing from all angles, there's plenty of space to reach in and get what your favorite is. This has our jumbo onion rings, our provolone wedges, which is our version of a mozzarella stick. So those are in the basket. You're also gonna find fried pickles, breaded mushrooms, hot pepper cheese balls. So you can see why it's called the munchie basket. It's got a little bit of all the favorite munchies in there.
So you say a provolone triangle that's fried. That's a different take on a mozzarella stick, right?
It is, yeah. So instead of the mozzarella cheese, we've got provolone wedges there. And they do have a little bit of a different flavor.
Very cheesy. I like that. Yeah, so really, really hearty. So in addition to, of course, the appetizers, people come in, they start off, and then of course your main event is what?
Our pizza.
The pizza. Okay, that's coming up next.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by Beer Barrel Pizza and Grill. Welcome back. We are here at Beer Barrel Pizza and Grill located at Jefferson Pointe, having so much fun. And I am joined by Audrey Leach, who is their Director of Business Support. Hello again.
Hi.
Okay, so we had cocktails, we had appetizers and that munchy crunchy, right? And now it's time for the main attraction, your pizzas.
Yes.
So, and also the flights. So let's just start with the pizzas. You all have such a really great variety of options that are so unique.
Yeah, we definitely pride ourselves on having lots of different crust styles to choose from. We also, I just heard a Saganaki. So we have lots of different crust styles to choose from. We also have the build your own pizza types, but we also have specialty pizzas. So do you want to start by what we've got here?
Well, listen, let's dive into the first one. So this one is an Italian hot honey.
Yeah, so this is a hot honey pizza. This is available on our thin and crispy crust. This pizza actually has capicola ham, pepperoni on top, and peppadew peppers. So for anybody that hasn't had a peppadew pepper, they do have a little sweet heat to them.
I love the name.
Yeah, and then this, obviously we drizzle hot honey, house-made hot honey right over top of that after it comes out and gets sliced right out of the oven. So you're gonna get a little heat, you're gonna get a little sweet and a little salty on this one.
Oh, I love that. I've never had a peppadew pizza, or a peppadew pepper.
Yeah, okay.
So let's dive in.
Ready?
Okay. Cheers. Wow.
I think I got a peppadew pepper right off the bat.
Yes. It was perfectly placed there. Because it actually kind of looks like a pepperoni. So you said it. Salty, sweet, savory. All the good stuff on a really nice crust that holds the pizza intact. I'm all about stuff not being messy and falling and dripping off. Oh my goodness, so good. Now, of course, as people eat their pizza, they want to pair it with their beers. So we have a really nice beer flight. So kind of tell me about how you serve this beer flight.
These flights are $8 all day, every day. And they come in these 4-ounce glasses. So what did you pick?
Okay, well, I believe the first one is a sweeter beer. Okay, this is the Bumbleberry.
Yeah.
And it has mango and berry combined.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a sip. Ooh. Okay, that's nice. I hadn't had this before. I kind of don't go for the sweet tea because I'm not a sweet tea drinker.
Yeah.
But this is so mild. Like it has the hardiness of a beer and the light notes of the mango and the berry. So that's really good. Okay, next one I believe is a IPA, but it is called Truth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, that's Rheingeist.
Rheingeist, okay. Ooh. Okay, smells so good. Oh, okay. This is an IPA I can drink. I'm not a fan of IPAs, ironically.
Okay, yeah.
I love that I chose things I typically don't go for, but it's actually surprising me. Rheingeist. So let's move on to the next pizza. Okay. So this is the main attraction. We're gonna save that for last.
Okay.
But one of the pizzas that caught my eye on your menu was this roasted eggplant.
Yeah.
A fully vegetarian pizza, but eggplant is so delightful.
Yes. So we actually slice and roast the eggplant here in the store. It really has this. We take a garlic spread and put that over the base of the crust after that's rolled out. Then we put our house-made plum tomato sauce on there. Then a layer of fresh spinach. Then we're going to get the roasted eggplant as well as plum tomatoes. We go ahead and cheese that pizza, put that in the oven, and then once that comes out and gets sliced, you've got fresh basil sprinkled on top. So it is, like you said, a fully vegetarian option.
Oh, cheers to this eggplant. Wow. Wow, so
What'd
good.
you think?
So good. I'm gonna tell you something, a little secret. Eggplant is so hard to cook. So to have it on pizza, to get it to come to that perfect texture is very impressive. So flavorful. I mean, before it even really got in my mouth, I could smell the aromas of all the fresh herbs that you described, and then the pizza and then that garlic. That garlic sets it off. So I love that. Okay.
I'm glad you liked it.
So good. Okay, so now let's dive back into these beer options because it's the perfect pairing, right? Beer with pizza. And so next, let's hop on to this side. And I'm going to go with the next IPA that I chose, which is Bell's Two Hearted.
Yes.
Okay, very popular
Bell's Two
one.
Hearted Ale.
So look at this. Okay, here we go. Ooh. One thing, there's so much happening. It just kind of pops in the mouth. Love this so much. Fan of Two Hearted. Okay, and then, so this one, I believe is a seasonal one that you have on your menu. The next one is pumpkin.
Yep, that one is by Southern Tier Brewery. This is called Pumpkin.
Okay.
So they bring this around once a year. Typically it becomes available in early to mid-August, and then we'll run that through the end of our seasonal fall beers.
Oh my goodness. I'm laughing because we are completely in pumpkin spice everything season right now, and I just have not had a pumpkin spice beer just yet, but that's exactly what this tastes like. Oh my goodness. I mean, we had our lattes and our pumpkin spice bourbons, but this is so good. Okay, perfect. So we have our little selections there. We're gonna go deeper in the darker beers in just a moment, but we have to dive into the main pizza attraction.
Okay.
What are we looking at?
All right, so what we have here is this is served on our deep dish crust this time, and this is our Beer Barrel EBA. This is our rendition of a supreme pizza.
Okay.
So what you're getting here is pepperoni, pork sausage, mushroom, onion, green pepper. Then we top off with plum tomato and fresh basil when you serve it on this deep dish crust.
Okay.
There you go.
Ooh, look at that pool. Okay, so I'm gonna set this
Thank
one
you.
here for you. Yes. And you all actually offer like 3 different types of crust, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So this one is our deep dish style pizza. Then we also had the thin and crispy pizzas here on the table. And in addition to that, we have our Beer Barrel original crust. That one's hand tossed and it's about a 1/4 inch thick. It's crispy on the outside, but it's got a nice airy middle to it. So that one's a fan favorite for sure.
Delicious. Well, I'm so excited to dive into this deep dish, or dive deep into the deep dish,
That's
right?
right.
All right, let's do it. That one's so good, and I love supreme, but what I love is that there's enough toppings on top, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's not like a little bell pepper here or there. You fully make it go with the crust, and this crust is so unique. It has the crispiness, but it also has that softness at the bottom.
Yes.
And you dust it with a little cornmeal.
We do. And there is a secret layer of our hand-cut provolone right underneath the layer of sauce. So that kind of gives you, that also adds to the softness of the base of the crust there.
Okay, so let's close out our beer flight by going with the darker one. So I believe this one here is the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel.
Yep.
Right? Okay. Which is a really nice way of fusing that bourbon feel into beer. If you like both, you can kind of like fuse the two. Yeah. Sits nice. It has a really frothiness. It has a light sweetness, but then it goes deep like it's been aging in a barrel, which is so great. Love that. And then saving the darkest for the last, which is a porter. So if you do like that more, what would you say, like maybe like a chocolatey depth?
Yep, absolutely. Usually a porter is going to have a little bit of notes of vanilla, espresso, and this is the Founder's Porter.
Oh, okay. I enjoy that actually. I'm surprised. Typically, because like the Guinness is like,
yes, definitely.
It's down there. Wow, such great options. Okay, so first let me choose Jessica's favorite pick. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be so hard. They are all so good. Oh my goodness. Audrey. Okay. I'm gonna say I love this eggplant so much, but this deep dish really surprised me with the combined flavors of just all the vegetables, and then the texture and the taste of the crust is so unique. But a close second is going to be that eggplant for sure.
All right.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about ways that people can come in and really enjoy these options. I mean, outside of having a vast menu, you have different specials throughout the week.
Do. Yeah. So one of the pizzas we didn't talk about today is that original beer barrel crust. But one of my favorite specials that we offer is on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Okay.
We offer our 14-inch original crust beer barrel pizza with 2 toppings, and combined with your choice of the boneless chicken chunks or a 10-piece bone-in wing, all for $22.
Wow.
Yeah, so that one's a great special. You can get that dine-in or carry-out.
Okay.
And that's going to be the best way to try to build your own toppings on a pizza for a good price.
It is. Yeah. And then we have to talk about your hungry hour.
Oh yeah. So we have we recently incorporated the happy hour price, the happy hour drinks as well. But we have a variety of different appetizers off of our menu, all at discounted prices, Monday through Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. So if you wanted to come in right after work and go ahead and start out with some light eats, like an appetizer, like pub pretzels, those are going to come out with a nice queso cheese, and then you can pair that with a $3 beer, and you're winning.
You are winning. I mean, and what I love, I have to highlight the fact that your happy hour is on Friday. A lot of times the happy hour stops on a Thursday, so Friday is when people really want to get out after work. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much, Audrey, for the experience today and just learning more about this wonderful establishment. So I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
You're welcome. And if you would like more information about Beer Barrel Pizza and Grill, we'll have their website listed below. Check it out, look at their menu, look at the specials, and make a time to come in and say hi. And I'll see you after the break.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.